Hey y'all, and welcome to today's video. This is going to be a super chill get ready with me video. I've just put on a little bit of brow product, but we're just going to be chatting, getting ready together, using some new products, some old favorites. We're just going to chat. And if you are new here, hey, my name is Heather and makeup makes me happy. Here at my channel, we don't try to be perfect. We just want to have a good time with our makeup, whatever that means. Shimmer, glitter, get ready with me's. We are here for it. So if that sounds good to you, I do hope that you will subscribe before you leave today because I upload lots and lots and lots of new videos every single week. So if you were looking for new fun makeup content, this is the place to be. But I am ready to put some makeup on my face. I've got some things to do today, so let's jump into it. I'm going to push my hair back a little bit, get it off my face, and we're just gonna get ready together. I'm gonna use my NARS foundation because it is hot. It is very hot and humid right now in Mississippi, and I need my makeup to wear a long time, not break apart when my oils come through, and this foundation, so good for that. So, like I said, it is summer here. I don't think it's like officially summer, but listen, we're in the hot weather, and Jackson is done with school. Today was his last day, and the homeschool group that we're a part of, if you didn't know, my son just finished 7th grade. Today is his last day. I homeschool, but the homeschool group that we are a part of is doing kind of like a last day party type day. They're gonna have games, all kinds of things, and they're gonna do lunch. So I signed up to help with the lunch. We're gonna do tacos and stuff for the kids, and I need to get ready. So that's what I'm getting ready for today. I'm so happy that it's summer. Like, I've just been waiting for school to end. I don't know who is more ready for this school year to be over, me or Jackson, honestly. Okay, I'm gonna put on some of my KVD Good Apple concealer. If I forget to mention any products, I will put them in the description box below. I mean, everything I'll use, I'll put down there. If I have any discount codes, anything like that, I will make sure to put it in the description box. But I really like this KVD concealer. It's been really, really nice. I like to let my concealer warm up on my skin for a couple of minutes. So yeah, I was talking about summer. I'm just super ready. I'm just ready. Like, I thrive on no routine. So does Jackson. So does my husband. Like, we don't care about like routine. I know I always hear parents like excited for school to start back because they get on a schedule, but I am looking forward to summer. I have a very flexible schedule with my job. I work at a hospital, so the days, like, they're always kind of different. They kind of rotate. So I'm just looking forward to it. I'm hoping to take some good time off this summer to kind of relax, spend time with Jackson. I want to try to maybe work a little bit less for June and July and just try to enjoy it. Okay, my concealer is blended in. Now I'm going to take the other side of my sponge, and I just want to press this HUDA powder into my skin to help lock everything in place. So I'm just gonna do that. But let me know, do y'all have anything fun planned for the summer? Do you have any vacations? I will say, since we do homeschool, we normally try to travel and like do our trips and stuff when the school year is in session instead of in the summer, because things are just less crowded, and that's definitely one of the perks to homeschool, is to be able to travel like in the off season, I guess is what you would call it, So I don't know if we're gonna take any trips this summer. We talked about camping. We really like to camp. We really like to do stuff outside. I love to be outside. It's my absolute favorite. I'm looking for my one size powder. Here it is. I'm gonna kind of set the rest of my face and buff in this one size powder. This is technically a powder foundation, but hold on. I gotta reach for my REPHR, big REPHR 2 brush. And I just like to buff this in. And it has been holding up so well in the heat and humidity. Okay, before I clean up my brows and we do eyes, I want to bronze up my skin. And I have 2 bronzers here from Sigma. So I have the medium shade, which I think may be a bit light for me, but we're going to try it. And I also have the dark shade, which may be closer to right, but I'm scared it might be a little too dark. I have tried it, but I want to kind of mix these 2 together. So that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna mix medium and I'm gonna mix dark since I have both of them. And I have this Sigma Ultimate Bronze F78. So I'm just gonna kind of go in with both colors, and you can see this is a big fat bronzer brush, which is really nice for giving some warmth to the skin. Definitely not chisel. Do you see this brush? You ain't gonna chisel with this, but it's good for bronze. Ooh, I like it. I mean, I really like all the Sigma brushes, but I was excited when they sent me these so I could test them out for y'all. But it's summer. I wanna look bronze, bronze, bronze. I haven't spent too much time out in the sun yet, but it's coming. I know it's coming. Okay, I kind of went over my brows a bit much with foundation and powder and all of that. So I'm going to quickly fill in my brows, set my brows down. I'm going to prime my eyes, and then we are going to mix my eyeshadow palette with Adept. This is still in stock, I believe, at the time that you're watching this. Yeah, I'm going to use my collab palette with Adept, and I'm also going to mix it with their new House of L palette. I'm very excited. This palette, you cannot use a discount code, but this one, you can use code Heather to save. If you're thinking about this one, I do have a video up, 2 looks with this palette. I have a whole Adept playlist. I have multiple videos with this one. But yeah, I'm just going to prime my eyes, and then we're going to kind of mix both of those palettes and create a look. Okay, brows are better. Much better. Brought them back to life. But now I'm just buffing in this Sigma Ignite eye primer before we go in with our shadows. Okay, I really want to mix these 2 palettes. And like I said, I do have a video up with swatches, 2 looks, everything like that, with this House of L palette, but I wanted to play with it some more, and I wanted to bring in some shadows from the best palette ever created. In my completely 100% unbiased opinion, my palette with Adept. This one is my destroyed one, of course, but I want to play with these shades, and what I really want to do is go in with this kind of like teal shade, Con L, and let me grab a fluffy brush. Okay, this one's from Lunar Beauty, and I'm just going to press it on like this. I'm going to build it up. The Adept mattes remind me a lot of Natasha Denona mattes, if you're familiar with those. Just a really nice formula that's very pigmented, very easy to work with. I love it. But right now, I'm just getting this shade on, buffing it in. I want to be kind of like colorful and sunny today because that's how I feel. That's how it is outside. That's how I feel inside today. So I'm like wearing red. I thought it would be fun to do like blue, green, teal type of shades on the eyes. But I'm just buffing this in. And then we're going to play with the Adept shimmers and multi-chromes. I will say the formulas that Adept has are so amazing. Like, of course, some of my favorites. They're very different to a lot of other indie brands I've tried. Just very unique and super special. Okay, now that I have that down, I'm going to take my REPHR 01 brush, and I want to go into Magnolia from my palette. This shade is very pigmented. A little bit goes a long way. Like, look at that. Look how pigmented that is right off the bat. I'm just going to blend this in the outer part of my eye to give me some depth out here. And it's going to fade in really nicely with this kind of teal shade in here. So please tell me if you have any summer plans. For this past weekend, we actually went to the Memphis Botanical Gardens. I love going there so much. And they have an exhibit. It's a traveling exhibit. I think the last botanical garden it was in was the one in Atlanta. And it's called Alice at the Garden. And it's these huge, like, sculptures made of plants from Alice in Wonderland. So there was, like, the Red Queen and rabbits and Alice and playing cards and all kinds of stuff. I put up 3 different videos, 2 on Instagram, 1 on TikTok, just showing some of it in videos. So definitely check that out if you're interested. But I want to go back again this summer because I really enjoy being outside. But I do have a lot of outdoor allergies. I'm allergic to almost all trees. I get rash. I have only wheezed a few times, but that has happened. And I just don't do well touching grass and trees and stuff. So I really like going places where I can be outside, but not necessarily like walking through the grass and stuff. So botanical gardens are perfect for me. So I want to try to do that a lot this summer. There's also a really nice zoo in Memphis, so we'll probably do that some. I'm just taking that teal shade now and blending it under my eye. Both of these palettes have really nice mirrors, but I'm so used to using like my handheld mirror. I just love it. So I'm just going to blend that back and forth, wrap it around. There are also a good amount of like water parks that are within driving distance. And so I was talking with my best friend. She has boys around Jackson's age, and we were talking about possibly doing that one day this summer, like just driving together, going to a couple of water parks, doing some fun stuff like that, just some local stuff. Okay, I really want to go in with the shade Scrubs from my palette. This is a blue purple shifty type of shade. Now I want to keep this kind of on the center. I'm not going to bring it in too far, but I'm going to bring it up right there to the socket and then kind of fade it out into that dark green magnolia shade. But it's just going to stay kind of on the center of the lid like this. Now, I didn't put any glitter glue down or anything like that. This is a Lunar Beauty brush. This is an LBE5, but I did spray my brush with a little makeup mist. Whatever makeup mist you have closest to you is just fine. But I'm just pressing that on just like this. Okay, now I'm going to jump over to the House of L palette, and I want to go into this blue shade right here, this kind of icy shade called Jor-El, and I'm picking this up on a What's Up Beauty brush. Okay, for this shade, I'm just going to look down into my mirror, and I'm putting that on the rest of the lid. This shade is very intense and sparkly. I have people ask me sometimes, like, what would you compare the Adept Shimmer formula to, or Multichrome formula? And I just really can't. It's just like in a league of its own, honestly. I'm just pushing that on like that, buffing it up, making sure we have that intense sparkle. Do you see that? Like, oh my gosh, so stunningly beautiful. I want to take a little bit of Magnolia and kind of blend it into the outer part of the under eye so that it kind of matches what's going on up top, how it kind of fades deeper. Okay, I think the best inner corner shade is going to be this kind of green minty shade. So let me find a good brush here. This one from the Cleona Emily Violet Marie is going to be perfect. This one I said has a mirror. This one does not have a mirror. Sorry about that, but my palette with Adept does have a mirror, but the House of L does not. But I just want to put this right here on the inner corner. And then I'm going to put on some black eyeliner, some mascara. I may even throw on false lashes. And then I'll come back. We'll do blush and highlight and lips together. Okay, I threw on some Ardell Wispy lashes. I used my HINDASH liner up top. And then in the waterline, I'm using the Pat McGrath Legendary Wear Velvet Eye Kohl. I've been really loving that for the waterline. Like, it stays, y'all. So let's do blush. I want to do the new Sigma blushes and highlights, the new singles that they launched. So this here is Sunset Kiss using a Sigma F10. And let's blush. Let's just add a light blush. We have kind of a light bronze going on today, so let's use a light blush. Very pretty and soft. Now let's do Sigma highlighter in Savannah. So this is one of the new shades that is not in the palette that I have from Sigma, the highlighting palette. So I'm just going to lightly put this on my cheekbones. I don't want anything too intense. So I'm just going in very lightly with a F64, just barely picking up the powder and putting it on my cheeks, a little bit on the nose, a little bit on the Cupid's bow. Pretty. I like that. Very light, very bright, very nice. So let's do lips though. I'm going to be doing Pat McGrath Contour is the shade of this lip liner. I really like the Pat McGrath lip liners. When I first got one, I was like, you know what? This is really, really nice, but I don't know if it's worth the luxury price. But now I have like 5 of them. I keep buying them because I just really enjoy the formula and I keep using them. So I'm going in with Pat McGrath Nude Romantique lipstick. This is the Satin Allure lipstick that was part of the Bridgerton collection. I actually think I'm going to apply just a little bit more bronzer. I just feel like I need just a little bit more. So let me bronze up a bit more and then we'll see. I think we're going to add a gloss. Okay, there. I feel a little bit better. Let's add some Lunar Beauty Coven gloss. And let me know down in the comments if you have anything fun going on for summer. I think some school districts are maybe in school for a couple more weeks. Let me know if y'all are already out of school, if you have school, if you're not worried about school. Definitely let me know. But I feel great in this look. I feel ready to go serve some 7th and 8th graders some tacos because that is what I have in store for the day. Nothing super duper exciting, but my eye look, I love these colors together. I love these palettes together. Thank you for watching. Thank you for getting ready with me, hanging out with me. Everything that I used on my face will be linked down in the description box, and I will see you very soon in another video. Bye.